everyone. Today I am going to discuss anti-protozoal drugs, second lecture. In previous lecture, we have discussed about the different types of protozoal infections, amoebiasis, life cycle of amoeba, and classification of anti-amoebic drugs. Today we will discuss about different anti-amoebic drugs, anti-troposomal drugs. First one is metronidazole. It is anti-amoebic drug and it is 5-nitroimidazole derivatives. See in structure, heterocyclic imidazole, that is substituted with nitro group, is seen. That is 5-nitroimidazole. That's why it is known as 5-nitroimidazole derivative. It was introduced in 1959 for the systemic treatment of trichomonal infections of urinogenital tract. It has high degree of activity. It is extremely broad spectrum of both antibacterial and anti-protozoal drug. Mechanism of action of metronidazole. It is not well known, but it is assumed that metronidazole acts as prodrug, so that it must biotransform into the active drug inside the body. Biotransformation of metronidazole is given here. See in structure, metronidazole is reduced to the active form, that is reduced metronidazole. What happens in this? Nitro group is reduced to the hydroxylamine group, NO2 to the NHOH, which is encircled by red color ring. Now, during this biotransformation, some reactive species are formed. These species cause destructive effect on different cell components of protozoa, as well as reduced metronidazole cause loss of helical structure of DNA, that is damage of the DNA structure. That's why it will lead to the impairment of its function, that is DNA function, and ultimately cell death, that is protozoal cell death. This mechanism of action. Now, synthesis of metronidazole, ethane 1,2-diamine acts as a precursor. It reacts with methyl cyanide in presence of zinc and cause cyclization and form imidazole ring. Two substituted imidazole ring and form 2-methyl-1-hydroimidazole. Now, this 2-methyl-1-hydroimidazole undergoes nitration in presence of nitric acid HNO3 and P2O5, that is phosphorus pentoxide, and form 2-methyl-5-nitro-1-hydroimidazole ring. Now, this structure intermediate is refluxed with chloroethanol and form metronidazole. Clinical uses of metronidazole are extranumeral amoebiasis, giardiasis, trichomoniasis, anaerobic bacterial infection, that is Helicobacter pylori infection, and ulcerative gingivitis. Right? This type of infection is managed or treated by the metronidazole. Adverse effects of metronidazole, that is GIT related, gastrointestinal tract related, nausea, vomiting, dry mouth, metallic taste, diarrhea, and oral thrush, that is oral candidiasis, oral infection of fungus candidiasis, right? That candida fungus, that is oral thrush. Then CNS related side effect, insomnia, dizziness, peripheral neuropathy, paresthesia. What is paresthesia? That is pinning like effect, that is tingling or prickling, pins and needle sensation. Usually it is temporary and often occurs in arms, hands, legs, or feet. Then encephalopathy means damage of brain structure as well as function. Then convulsion. It is rare with IV infusion. Next one, dysuria, that is dark urine formation. Neutropenia, that is abnormally low count of type of WBC, that is neutrophil. Then fifth one is disulfiram like effect if taken with alcohol, right? And effect like dizziness, thrombic headache, chest and abdominal discomfort helps in. Next drug is tinidazole. It is also nitronidazole derivative like metronidazole. In this, on first nitrogen side chain is diethyl sulfone, and it is useful for the treatment of intestinal and hepatic amoebiasis with greater efficacy than metronidazole. It shows higher blood level and longer duration of action than metronidazole. Next one is diloxanide. It is acetamide derivative. It is cheap, relatively non-toxic and dichloroacetamide derivatives. It is mainly useful in the treatment of chronic amoebiasis, less effective in the treatment of acute intestinal amoebiasis. It is known that it may interfere with protein synthesis and with the activity of some essential enzyme of protozoa and inhibit the growth of protozoa. Then in the treatment of extraintestinal amoebiasis, it may be used along with systemic amoebicidal agents. Next one is iodoquinol. It is 8-hydroxyquinoline derivative as seen in structure. Quinoline ring is present, and in this on 8th position hydroxyl group is present. That's why 8-hydroxyquinoline derivative. It is widely employed in the past. It is active against entamoeba, giardia, trichomonas, some fungi and some bacteria. It kills cyst forming trophozoite in intestine. And in chronic intestinal amoebiasis, it can be used alone. In acute intestinal amoebiasis, it is used generally in combination with either imetin, metronidazole or carbazole. Carbazole is organo-arsenic anti-protozoal drug useful in the treatment of amoebiasis. It must be used with caution in patients with hypersensitivity to iodine or with thyroid dysfunction. Why? When iodoquinol is given to the patient, there is some rise of iodine blood level into the patient. That's why when it is used with thyroid dysfunction or patient sensitive, hypersensitive to iodine, it precipitate the side effects. Next, adverse effects: nausea, vomiting, abdominal pain, etc. Contraindication: it is contraindicated in pregnancy as well as children less than 2 years. Next drug is etovaquone. It is naphthaquinone derivative. As seen in structure, naphthaquinone ring is present. That's why it is naphthaquinone derivative. It is used to treat pneumocystis pneumonia in mild cases as well as useful in treatment of toxoplasmosis, and it has anti-parasitic effects. Next, protozoal infection or parasitic diseases, trypanosomiasis. Here anti-amoebic drug is completed. Next is trypanosomiasis. Trypanosomes are mobile protozoan parasites that require two hosts, that is vertebrate and invertebrate, man and insect. The parasites may be found in blood and spinal fluid of infected person. Some trypanosomes are non-pathogenic and live silently in the body of the host. Trypanosomiasis have two types based on species of trypanosomes involved. First one is African trypanosomiasis. It is caused by the bite of the fly belonging to Glossina species, and this type of fly generally found in several African countries. That's why it is known as African trypanosomiasis. And in this infection, protozoa involved is Trypanosome gambians and Trypanosome rhodensis. The disease is known as sleeping sickness, which is characterized by fever, headache, lymph node enlargement, drowsiness, lethargy, weakness, and mental disturbance. Since the protozoan enter into the cerebrospinal fluid of the CNS, the signs of mental disturbance are seen. Right? Next one is American trypanosomiasis. It is also known as Chagas disease, and it is caused by T. cruzi, that is Trypanosome cruzi, and it is transmitted by kissing bugs, that is triatomine bugs, and they are generally found in several countries of America. That's why it is known as the American trypanosomiasis. Next one is anti-trypanosomal drugs. These drugs, which are used for the treatment of trypanosomiasis, are known as anti-trypanosomal drugs. Examples are melarsoprol, nifurtimox, suramine sodium, metronidazole, eflornithine, etc. First drug one is eflornithine. In this eflornithine structure, C NH2 group and COOH group present in same carbon. That's why it have the structure like amino acid. It is your and it contain two fluorine atom on same carbon, right? It is used to treat African trypanosomiasis and excessive hair growth on face in women. About the eflornithine, not much more information is available, like mechanism of action and adverse effects. Pentamidine, it is diamidine derivative as seen in structure. It is active against trypanosomes, some bacteria and fungi. Mechanism of action is unclear. It may probably interact with DNA, inhibit topoisomerase II enzyme, or interfere with aerobic glycolysis, that is metabolic process. It may interfere with uptake and utilization of polyamines. It possesses anti-protozoal as well as fungicidal activities. Adverse effects of pentamidine includes nausea, vomiting, anorexia, headache, fever, rash, pancreatitis, hypotension, and hypoglycemia, that is lower blood sugar level. Right? Then it is all about the anti-protozoal drugs. Thank you.